What is neurodiversity? Well, Barb Rettenbach and I just wrote a book on it, so we do have some thoughts on the matter. Our company is called Mule and Muse Productions, and we are not normal. Barb will not be speaking on this video because she's a nonverbal autistic, and this is YouTube, not Lourdes. Barb will share her thoughts on neurodiversity at the close of this video by using excerpts from the audiobook version where her typed words will be read aloud by voice actor Chad Dugatz, whose neurodivergence helps him excel at smooth talking. Neurodiversity is the fact that neurological differences like ADHD, autism, dyslexia, etc. are natural human variations that have real benefits. Diversity brings strength and resiliency to all systems: eco-cognitive, biological, political, cultural, and educational. Barb and I know from personal and clinical experience that understanding more about how different people think and why empowers us all to lean into our strengths, which helps us all to better utilize different brain styles, to reduce underemployment, isolation, shame, and maximize our collective potential. Plus, it's more fun. More the merrier. Our plan is, as Barb types, to make the benefits of neurodiversity as common as juice stains in minivans. But here's the thing. We wrote this book a little differently. There's a shocker. Warning, this is a zany book. It's not PC. Because Barb types one letter at a time, her last book took 10 years to peck out. This one took about four years. Yeah, so it's a clear increase in speed, so yeah, we'll be having her drug tested. Of course, some of the slowness is because her co-writer has a dyslexic and ADHD style brain. I don't think the gain has slowed us down a bit. My wife diagnosed me with that. Although listing the gays in our subtitle did get us kicked out of several libraries and organizations who happily promoted our last book, which did not mention the gays. We chose this irreverent, old-timey slang, the gays, not to offend the LGBT community, or BLT community, if you're a hungry, fast-talking, easily distracted dyslexic trying to remember what to say on camera. We use the term the gays to introduce a different tone, a more playful tone in discussing these differences. It's driving our fancy New York City publicist crazy. She says, "The gays? Who says that anymore? It sounds like some bigoted older person." Precisely. That is our point. You see, in 1974, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, the diagnostic Bible for psychologists like us, and psychiatrists, had homosexuality listed as a mental illness, and insurance agencies paid for restorative therapy. Personally, I refused to have the straighten out therapy done because I didn't want to start sucking in tennis, and wow, I love comfortable shoes. And Jodie Foster. It sounds ludicrous now to call homosexuality a pathology. What changed? Major scientific breakthrough? Nope. The gays. The gays kicked up a fuss. We tried to make a funny book about serious topics to encourage people who would not normally read books written by PhD types. The more of us who join in the discussion, the more we disarm defensiveness, pity, and less than perceptions. And you are a pathology type thinking. Human excellence comes in all packages, so we invite you to be yourself. You are the most significant resource in being successful with your neurodivergence. Focus on your gifts. What we focus on grows. Spend more time developing areas where you excel. As Barb types, when enough of us embrace our purpose and being part of the solution, eventually justice prevails and discrimination fails. We hope you enjoy these thoughts on neurodiversity.
Hi, this is Temple Grandin calling. I'm at the Denver airport. You asked me to make a comment about neurodiversity. You can use this comment. The world needs all kinds of minds. That's why neurodiversity is important.
This is Jane from the UK. My son Matt, too, is a great thinker, cleverly disguised in the body of a poor thinker. Whilst he is easily overstimulated, the flip side of this hypersensorial state gives him the gift of being able to glance at a page of text, process it, and comprehend it in a matter of seconds. As I tell him frequently how I would love that ability. His highly empathetic state means that he can sniff out any hint of insincerity, no matter how well disguised. He knows if people truly believe in him. Those that do are rewarded with sharing a love of learning. His current passion is political history, and this summer we have been studying Nelson Mandela, Gandhi, and the Cold War. We have looked at his learning styles, and a strong preference for listening to audiobooks and the like has emerged. I love neurodiversity, and Lois and Barb's work to celebrate and advocate for all. It is thought-provoking, very funny, and refreshingly honest. No insincerity here. Wishing you all the best for the launch. With our love and best wishes, Jane and Matt.
Hi guys, Jess Wilson from Diary of a Mom here, answering the question, so why am I Neurodiversity's greatest fan? How long do I have? A minute? Oh geez, we better get started. So here's the deal. When we stop insisting that there's some gold standard way to think and experience and interact with the world, we free ourselves and our children from the constraints of conformity. And that's huge, because while those constraints might be mildly uncomfortable for some, for others, they are quite literally suffocating. By embracing neurodiversity and respecting those whose neurology, or heck, anything fundamental about them really, differs from the so-called norm, we not only provide access to them, but in so doing, we receive access to their ideas and their innovation and their creativity and their passion. We get perspectives that are brilliantly different from our own. People love to lament the so-called restricted interests of autistics. But God, do you know how much you learn about a single subject when that single subject is the only thing to which you devote your time for years? It's really an incredible thing. So while neurotypicals are so often an inch deep and a mile wide in our knowledge of the world, some of our autistic friends are digging their hands deep into the fertile soil of a subject that sometimes no one else even noticed was worthy of pursuit. And yet, rather than celebrate and harness that incredible vehicle for individual expertise in a particular subject area, we pathologize it as yet another symptom of the condition. But when we stop viewing people as symptoms and sets of behaviors, and rather as multifaceted, three-dimensional human beings, we begin to make space for one another. And when we welcome everyone to the proverbial table, we allow for growth and evolution, both personally and communally. And we create so many opportunities, so many different roads to success for everyone. When we stop insisting that our fellow humans meet some arbitrary set of requirements in order to be considered competent, we start truly presuming every human being worthy of whatever accommodations they may need to learn, to grow, to evolve, to reach their full potential. When we embrace neurodiversity, no one gets left behind. Everyone is seen and supported and thus able to contribute in their own way, in their own language, using their own unique and beautiful operating systems. So yeah, that's why I'd follow neurodiversity on tour if, that were a thing. So there you have it, friends. And I don't want to brag, but I think I might even have a few seconds left on the clock. So I'm going to use them to wish my dears Barb and Lois nothing but the best with the new book. Keep setting hearts and minds afire, ladies. Love ya. Bye.
I have a lot of fears. I have a lot of stuff. Autism, echolalia, cellulite, psoriasis, good hair. What? Folks should know. Ataxia, apraxia, one-eyed cavefish quality vision, and purpose. That last one is key, and I think is the golden mean. When you remember your purpose, you are able to use your stuff to know and do. Like the old joke, knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. I leave autism on a work visa to know more of the grand design. I learned while struggling to peck out my last book that I am no longer content to spend my life conically in my autism, as symmetrically beautiful as it may be. I climb this inverted mountain not because it is there, but because you are there, and I reach out to know you, and you me. Although my mind has never been very popular, I intend to have the popular mind know our autistic perception, a world of detail that reveals the grand design. Autism is our prism, not our prison. The danger in absorbing this book is that you may see everything differently. Most see me as smarter and thinner already. You risk the loss of your comfortable position as noticing the tartan pattern of the universe illuminates our undeniable clan connection. My thoughts on differences are clear. It is in our best interest to remember that we are all the same. People are flecks of God. Each God fragment dispersed through space-time has a slightly different shape. One shape is not superior to another. All are necessary to complete the perfect, infinite God puzzle. To be proud that one tolerates diversity is ludicrous. The whole system is the sum of its parts. Be your part. Connect with other parts, and the God puzzle is revealed. Knowing with you, be. Neurodiversity is available in audiobook, ebook, hardback, and free telepathy version. Barb is sending you that now.